You're watching Saturday Story Time, 13 February 2021 edition. Welcome back. Let's get started. Here you get to watch a billion years of shifting tectonic plates in 40 seconds of video. This was created by an international team of geoscientists. It will allow scientists to better understand how the interior of the Earth convects, chemically mixes, loses heat via the seafloor, spreading, and volcanism. The model will help scientists understand how climate has changed, how ocean currents altered, and how nutrients flux from deep within the Earth to stimulate biological evolution. So let's take a look at that video now here. Again, make sure to look for the link to my blog that has all the URLs to these stories and this video so that you can read more. Let's play this video. It's only 40 seconds, so here we go. It's like a living jigsaw puzzle. Can you guess how it's going to turn out? You can kind of see it, but then you kind of don't see it. Okay, yeah, we're on the move now. Hurry, you're almost out of time. I can see my house from here. Wow, this is amazing. It really is truly amazing. I see Australia. Whoa, it got stretched again. Whoa. Maybe it's Antarctica now. Yeah, I see the Americas. Oh, I guess we didn't get to see it finish, but there you go. This newly discovered nano-chameleon may be the world's smallest known reptile, and the authors certainly seem fascinated by one feature of this tiny animal. They mention it again and again. I'm going to spare my YouTube channel by not mentioning it. So they call it the nano-chameleon is the nickname. This is in Madagascar. They're about an inch long. Also known as Brookesia nana. There's other species of Brookesia chameleons, but you'll want to read more, so look for the link to the blog in the description down below. Next, we always like to talk about invasive species on Storytime, and there's a new mosquito in town. If you're in South Florida, watch out because it's an aggressive biter. The last time they saw this species was in the Florida Keys 75 years ago. Let's see if we can say this correctly. Aedes scapularis is confirmed in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. It's a very aggressive mosquito, like the ones that attack people in the Everglades. This is the black salt marsh mosquito. It's a big biter, but it doesn't seem to be carrying Zika or dengue. Although this species has been known to spread yellow fever and Venezuelan equine encephalitis, they don't expect that it poses any risk to human health or animals in South Florida. So this is bananas. This is Banana, the rare yellow lobster that was caught off the coast of Maine. Banana was caught by lobstermen and donated to the University of New England. The yellow color comes from a pigment in the lobster shell, and the odds of catching one are about 1 in 30 million. That's nice. The University of New England has cultivated strong connections with lobstermen. It's through those connections that the researchers learned about Banana, and they were able to coordinate the delivery. This group of institutions is studying the impact of a warming Gulf of Maine and its effect on lobster larvae and their success on growing to adulthood. Banana is about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds, and he's settling in nicely here. We've talked several times about this trove of Egyptian mummies that they've found near Alexandria. There's 16 burial shafts at this Taposiris Magna temple near Alexandria, Egypt. And these shafts contain mummies that are around 2,000 years old. This one mummy had a gold tongue. So this is a great honor. The priests and embalmers placed this gold amulet shaped like a tongue in its mouth so the dead could speak with the gods like Osiris. And this mummy was among countless others recently discovered in Alexandria. I just want to show you some of these other pictures here. So some mummies were decorated after they were buried. This is a female mummy covered with a death mask from Alexandria, Egypt. And this is the head from a statue depicting one of the mummies buried in the Taposiris Magna Temple in Egypt. This is just an amazing find. They keep coming up with new discoveries from this. So a man in San Diego lost his wallet in Antarctica, and it gets returned to him 53 years later. So he was a Navy meteorologist, and he wasn't really happy about it, but he had a 13th month assignment in Antarctica in the 1960s. I was just blown away. There was a long series of people involved who tracked me down and ran me to the ground. Basically, they were decommissioning this barracks at McMurdo, and they found his wallet behind a locker in 2014. And it's taken 7 years to reunite the wallet with its owner. Well, congratulations. I'm sure that's a lot of fun. Continuing on with Lost and Found, here's a word of caution. This man was listening to music with his earbuds and woke up having swallowed one of them, and it didn't come out in the end. He had to have emergency surgery to have it removed from his lower esophagus where it was lodged. Christie's auction house is going to be auctioning off rare meteorites from the moon, Mars, and other celestial resources. 75 pieces are being sold this month as part of Deep Impact, Martian, lunar, and other rare meteorites auction. There's one piece that's composed of 7 billion-year-old stardust, and it came to Earth in an unusual way. It did not tumble or invert. Instead, it kept a stable orientation as it dropped. It weighs almost 16 pounds, estimated to sell for $50,000 to $80,000, has distinctive diverging markings on the side that face the Earth. You can see pictures of some of the specimens down below here. And of course, if you follow the link down below to my blog and read the article, there's a slideshow of some other specimens that are on sale. United Arab Emirates Hope probe enters successful orbit around Mars. This happened on February 9th. And UAE projected an image of the 2 Martian moons over Dubai as the Hope probe arrived at the red planet. China's Tianwen-1 probe has taken this photograph as it's approaching Mars. This was taken on the 5th of February and released on Saturday. Based on the size of the image, it looks like they're about 2.2 million kilometers away from Mars. It's expected to enter orbit on February 10th. Well, today's the 13th, and I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to have to research how that came out, and I'll report on it next week. That's why I make Saturday Story Time, is there's a lot of other news in the news cycle of 24/7 cable news networks and all the spin out from that, and I'm much more interested in these stories that I present here. I consider it the smartest thing I do all week because I learn something new every week without a doubt, and I hope you do too. I understand Storytime has a very small, dedicated following, and I've struggled along to make one of these every week for over a year now, so I appreciate your viewership. Please share it with your friends. This just in, China has released this video from Tianwen-1 as it achieves orbital insertion around Mars. So we're 2 for 2 now. So last time we talked about ESA's solar orbiter, it was flying by Venus and it captured what they thought was lightning in photographs. They called this spacecraft Solo, and now it's flying behind the sun. It launched on February 10th, 2020, so it's just reached a year of its mission. It has already taken some of the best images of the sun ever made. Here's an interesting fact about this spacecraft. It uses a type of prehistoric cave pigment as a coating to withstand the incredible temperatures of up to 520 degrees Celsius generated by the sun. So it's orbiting the sun, and a few days ago, it went behind the sun. The sun's energy and unpredictability make it hard for radio antennas on Earth to communicate with the spacecraft because they have to point close to the sun to contact the orbiter. During this time, signals may be unreliable. They're still able to receive data about 255 bits per second, or send signals at about 7.8 bits per second. That's not a lot, but they still have some contact with it. Solo can run its instruments autonomously and store the collected data to send it back to Earth when it's able to later on. Okay, make sure to follow the link in the description down below to my blog, where you'll find all the links to the stories we just talked about. It's fully searchable, and there is an article for every episode of Saturday Storytime, so you can research various stories that you find of interest. All right, thank you, and have a great week. Thank you for watching Shitoku Tech. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share.